Welcome, and a special welcome to everyone from Universum. I'm Fiona, and my husband Richard Mosley thought you might enjoy a little bit of yoga to keep you physically fit, mentally fit, spiritually fit during this difficult time. So I'm going to do a sequence today which is really a kind of go-to sequence, 45 minutes, where we'll be doing a little bit of pranayama, some breathing exercises, a little bit of meditation just to calm ourselves down, and then also the physical postures, the asana. So we're going to start off this sequence with some pranayama just to connect ourselves with our breath. So this pranayama we're going to do, it's called Kapalabhati. It's a great one to do any time of the day, but specifically in the morning when you wake up. It really wakens you up. But also it's a good one perhaps at any time of the day when you're just having a bit of a slump. It really gets your levels of oxygen into your body, gets you really going. So Kapalabhati means literally shiny skull. So in Sanskrit, Kala is skull and Bhati is shining. So the idea is that the prana comes up through your body, through this exercise, and out through your skull. So hence the shiny skull. So I'll give you a demonstration. First of all, make sure you're seated somewhere comfortable. If you need either a little blanket or a cushion underneath you, or if you have a bolster, ideally. But doesn't matter if you don't. Cushion or blanket is fine. It's just about raising your hips so that ideally they're higher than your knees. Some of you may be up like this because we are often very tight in our hips. Don't worry about it. Just go where you can, and you can sit either just in a cross-legged position. If you're familiar with yoga, you may want to sit in a position where you have your foot up resting on the other calf, whatever's comfortable. So we're just going to remove the flesh from your sitting bones, come to a comfortable sitting position, just taking your hands behind you, kissing your shoulder blades together, maintaining that lift through the sides of your body, resting your palms on your thighs, and just coming to a place of stillness. And we're going to do 3 rounds of Kapalabhati. I'll give you a quick demonstration. Some of you may be familiar with it, but most likely you won't be. The key to this, it's slightly counterintuitive. You inhale through your nose, at the same time letting your belly relax. There's no sort of conscious pushing it out, it's just literally letting it relax. So you're inhaling deeply through your nostrils, and then as you exhale, you pull your stomach both in and up. So it's you have a sharp exhalation at the same time, again through your nostrils. So inhaling. And if it helps, quite often when I'm teaching this, I suggest that people just lightly place their hand on their belly just to feel that movement. So it's a inhalation, you feel your belly just relaxing, and as you exhale, it going in and up. You're not pushing it in, you're not doing this with your shoulders, you are just letting it happen as one continuous motion. So okay, so we'll give it a go. So as I say, get yourself in a comfortable seated position. If you want to change the cross of your legs, do so now. Just get yourself comfortable, make sure you're nice and upright, and then take a couple of deep preparatory breaths. We're just going to close our eyes. And on the next inhalation, Inhale and then exhale. Exhale, 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 exhale. And then slowing down, deep inhalation, holding the breath at the top, and then slowly exhaling. And again, inhale deeply, holding the breath at the top, and exhaling. And the second round, so inhaling, and exhale, 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 exhale. Inhaling, holding the breath at the top, and slowly exhaling. And again, big inhalation, suspending the breath at the top, and slowly exhaling. Last round. Hope it's working for you. Keep persevering. So big inhalation, and then exhale, 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 exhale. And big inhalation, holding the breath at the top, and slowly exhaling. Inhaling, holding the breath at the top, and exhaling. And then just return to natural breathing. Just keeping your eyes closed. And then big inhalation. And as you exhale, just opening up your eyes. Just maybe noticing how you're feeling. So sometimes people feel a little bit lightheaded after doing this. So, you're getting a lot of oxygen into your system. Not like hyperventilating, but you are probably getting quite a lot more oxygen than you would normally get. So it's completely normal. You might feel a little bit tingly. Hopefully you're feeling quite energized. So we're going to go on now to the next part of the sequence, and we're going to do what's known as the sun salutation, or one of the variations of the sun salutation, also known as Surya Namaskara. So standing up and just taking yourself to the front of your mat if you have one. Put your feet together. We're going to start off in mountain pose, and I'll just face you to show you what that looks like. So you have your feet together, spreading your toes as wide as you can. If you can even put down, starting with your little toes and then spreading them as far as you can, so that you have a gap between them, and then just rocking forwards onto the fronts of your toes, and then just back and just raising those toes. So just really feeling where your weight is being distributed as you rock forwards and backwards. Come to a standing position, so your heels are together, and then really notice where your weight is. It should be balanced on the four parts of your foot. So in the front it's your little toe and your big toe, and in the back it's either side of your heel. And then working up from your feet, so you've got your body balanced on your feet, working up through your legs, drawing your kneecaps up, really engaging your thighs, and tucking your tailbone down, your pelvis is tucked in, reaching up again through the sides like we did when we were in the seated pose, rolling those shoulder blades back and down, and then just finally having your palms facing forwards, making sure your chin is nicely tucked in. So you're just imagining this plumb line running through your body, up through the top of your skull, lifting up through. And this, of course, is how we should all stand every day, all the time. And of course, we don't, we slouch. But this is a really good habit to get into. You can practice doing it against the wall to really find out whether you are standing up as straight as possible. Because then if you put your shoulders and your bottom against the wall, you will find, it really helps you in order to feel that position, which probably feels alien to most of us, to be honest. So anyway, take that position, come to the front of your mat, and then just draw your hands into prayer position, into Namaskar. And put your thumbs resting in your sternum, the palms of your hands pushing into each other. And then just come to a moment, again, just of stillness, taking a couple of deep breaths, big inhalation and exhalation. And then as you take your next inhalation, taking your arms up wide, reaching up to the sky, trying not to take your shoulders up to your ears. Relax your shoulders, but really take it up through the sides of your hands and your arms. If you can draw your palms together at the top, you may or may not be able to do this. And you take a very slight bend backwards, and then as you exhale, you bend forwards, bending at the knees, and just going into a half fold. So your knees are bent but together. Your back is slightly concave. And then you drop your head down, Uttanasana. Release your neck. Forward fold. And then on the next inhalation, you take your right leg right back, letting that right knee drop to the floor, drop to the mat. You might want to have your fingers just cupped like this. So you're lifting up. So what you don't want to do is collapse like this. Lifting up a nice back, concave back. Chin up, gaze looking up. And then you draw that left leg through. So we're in a plank position. And then we go down and up. And then exhale. And we go down. So we're flat on the mat here. And then make sure your hands, you're really using your hands here. So again, make sure your fingers are splayed and they're supporting you. Put them underneath your shoulders, and then as you inhale, you push up into Cobra, keeping your pelvis in contact with the floor, contracting your buttocks, and then tucking your toes under. As we go up, we push ourselves up into downward dog. So again, you're using those fingers, you're pushing up through your fingers. You can have your knees slightly bent here, and you can be up on your toes. Have your feet together, really push up. And we take a couple of breaths here. Just letting your head rest between your elbows. Relaxing your shoulders. Relaxing your breath. And if you can draw your heels down so that they're flat on the floor. Again, you're pushing up through your feet, through your fingers, through your arms. Imagining your tailbone, your pelvis going up into the air. All the prana rising up through your fingers, through your feet. And then a big inhalation, drawing that right leg through. Dropping that left knee. So we're back in that half lunge. And then pushing with that back foot so it comes up, so it's next to your right foot. Again, you can bend your knees. Half fold, just looking forwards. Relaxing your head. Full fold. Keeping your knees bent here. And then just taking your arms up behind you. And then swinging your arms up as you inhale. And exhale, hands in prayer position, resting on your sternum. And that's just, so we've done one side. So we'll do the next side again. We're just keeping the breath in line with the movement. So starting off again, just checking where your feet are. Checking how you're standing. So we're in Tadasana, in mountain pose. And bringing our hands into prayer position in front of us. Inhaling, lifting our arms up. And exhaling, forward fold, half fold. And then letting your head go right down. Inhaling, left leg back this time with that knee dropping. Taking your right leg back. At this point we're holding our breath. And then as we go down, we exhale. Inhale as we come up. Exhale as we go down. Making sure your hands are placed just under your shoulders. Inhaling, coming up. And then tucking your toes under and pushing into downward dog. And remembering your knees can be bent here. You can just paddle your legs a little bit. Couple more breaths, pushing up through your fingers, relaxing your shoulders, and then as you inhale, bringing that left foot forward, making sure your knee is above your ankle and not extending over, and then pushing that right leg to meet your left leg, half fold. And again, if you need to, bending your knees. Full fold, Uttanasana. And then inhale, arms up over your head. Exhale, back to prayer position. So now we're going to do another variation of this. So we're starting in chair pose. Now, chair pose, Utkatasana. This is, I'm going to show you from a sideward angle because then you can really see the shape again that you want to be making. So again, have your feet together as we had it in mountain pose. And the action is as if you are going to sit in a chair while raising your arms. So it's that inhaling, lifting your arms up and drawing your tailbone right back. So you've got a nice zigzag position. If you look down, you should be able to see your toes. You're lifting up and you're drawing down. Great one if you're going skiing. So it's very good for the thigh muscles. Quite a strong pose. So we're going to start off with that. So everybody, again, at the top of your mat, feet together, feel that balance on all four corners. Inhale, lifting your arms up while you at the same time go and sit down in your chair. So you're really conscious of your tailbone being drawn down, the weight in the back of your heels, and then we go over to a forward fold. So your knees are already bent, half fold, looking up, and then a full fold. Hands flat on the floor if you can do it, or if not, cup your hands. Just do your best. And then we're going to take our right leg back, letting that knee drop down. Left leg back, and this time we're going to just go into upward facing dog. So it's not cobra, it's Urdhva Mukha Shavasana. So you're lifting up, your pelvis is not on the floor in the same way. So you're kind of balancing almost on the fronts of your feet as well. So we're there. Tuck your toes under, and we go into downward dog. This is the point which is a lovely point of really relaxing. Couple more breaths. Drawing that right leg forward. And then drawing your left leg to meet your right leg. Inhaling, arms up over the head. Exhaling, hands into prayer position and arms released. Okay, and we'll do the other side. So make sure you're standing with your feet together, toes nicely splayed, weight evenly distributed, knees drawn up, pelvis tucked in. Inhale, sit back, raising your arms. That imaginary chair. Just checking, can you see your toes? Yep. And a couple more seconds. And then exhale, hands down into half fold. And full fold, Uttanasana. Couple of breaths here. Taking your left leg back and drawing your right leg back, and then going into upward facing dog, so flats of your feet, lifting up. Tuck those toes under into downward dog. Really imagine your pelvis reaching right up in the air. Imagine me coming up and pulling up your pelvis so that you're having to really push up through your hands and through your feet. Again, imagine you can just see your kneecaps lifting, your thighs lifting, your legs should be engaged, your arms are engaged, but your breath is relaxed. And then big inhalation, drawing your left leg forward between your hands, letting that right leg drop, pushing back with that right leg to join your left leg, half forward fold, and then down to full forward fold. Inhaling, draw your arms back, exhaling, and exhaling as you come down into prayer position. Okay. And now we're going to, again, going into Utkatasana, into chair pose. Lifting your hands up as you inhale, sitting back in your seat. Exhale, half fold, full fold. Inhale, taking your right leg back. And this time, instead of having it facing forward and coming up on your on the ball of your foot, just turn it so it's flat, so it might be a little bit closer, and you've got that front thigh at a right angle. So from here, we're going to sweep our arms up, lifting up through the sides into Warrior One. And if you feel you can go a little bit further, you can take that back leg back. Lovely strong pose, reaching up through the sides, and then arms down, drawing that leg back, half fold. Inhale, arms up, exhale down. Inhaling, Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhaling, half fold, full fold, and then this time left leg going back. And if you can keep your front heel in line with the arch of your back foot, this will help you balance. And then making sure that heel, your knee is over your ankle, sweeping your arms up. Can you go a little bit further down? Can you take that back leg further back? And then arms down, pushing with that back foot to meet that one. Half fold, full fold. Arms behind. Inhale, sweeping your arms up. Exhale, hands together. Okay. And still coming from the starting point of Utkatasana, we're going to sweep our arms up, sit back in that chair. Exhale, half fold, full fold, taking your right leg back again. Same thing, so you've got your left heel in line with the arch of your right foot. And then from here, we're going to sweep our arms up, but this time we're going to go into Warrior Two. So you can perhaps bring that front foot forward to give yourself a bigger stretch. Just look over your shoulder. Arms should be about the same height. Just holding the pose for a few seconds. Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Just softening your gaze, just focusing on your thumb of your left hand. And then drawing it down, pushing with your back leg up to half fold, full fold, arms back, sweeping up as you inhale, and exhale, hands in prayer position, back to center. And again the other side, so inhaling Utkatasana, exhaling half fold, full fold. This time taking your left leg back, lifting your arms up, and this going into Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. So can you go a bit further forward? Can you take that back leg a little bit further back? Just checking on your arms. Focusing on your thumb, softening your gaze, softening your breath. Drawing both hands down, pushing with that left foot to meet your right foot. Half forward fold, just looking up, full fold, dropping the head. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, prayer position. Okay. And now we're going to do another variation of that. So again, we're starting in Utkatasana. Exhale, half fold. Inhale, full fold. Inhale, exhale. So taking that right leg back. And this time we're going to do Trikonasana, a triangle pose. So this left leg is going to be straight. And what I want you to try and focus on here, so if you have a brick or a block, this might make it easier for you. You can put your left hand on the outside of your ankle, your left ankle, really switching your shoulder so it revolves back, and then finally shooting up your arm. Trikonasana. And then your gaze is looking at your thumb. Everything's engaged. Lifting up your kneecaps. If you don't have a block, you can put your hand on your shin. If that's where you can go, that's fine. If you are more supple, then you can go to the floor, go to the floor. Couple more seconds. And then take it either side, pushing with that right leg to meet your left foot. Half fold, full fold, swinging your arms up on the inhalation, and exhale, and down. And then the other side, so inhaling, Utkatasana, exhaling, half fold, full fold, this time taking your left leg back, and then if you have your block, on the outside of your right foot, this time with your right hand, and then you take your left hand onto your left hip, rolling your shoulder back and away from your ears, really extending it back so you're nice and flat, imagining yourself between two sheets of glass, and then finally extending that left arm up, looking at your thumb. Trikonasana. Again, if you don't have it, just putting your hand on your shin. If you're able to, going down. Couple more seconds. And then slowly bringing your hands to the floor, pushing with that back leg. Half forward fold. Full fold. Uttanasana. Inhaling as you stretch up. Exhaling. And we're back to prayer position. Okay. So we're going to just come down onto our mat now. So lying down on your mat, just bring your, so have your knees so they're hip width apart, and bring your feet so they're as close to your bottom as possible. We're just going to lift our pelvis up, and this is where you roll your shoulders underneath. So that they're kissing each other. If you have a block, you could do this with a book as well. You just try and find where your sacrum is, which is a flat part right at the bottom of your spine, near just above your tailbone, and you'll feel it. If you kind of wiggle it around, you'll find a point where it feels really comfortable. Just tucking your chin in, making sure that your neck isn't compromised in any way. And you can always clasp your hands, which helps you sort of roll those shoulders under. And then from here, you can bring one foot up, and then 2 feet up, and just find that point. So it's like a sort of half a shoulder stand, very relaxing. Inversion, all inversions are good. And then slowly bringing them down. If you don't have the block, you can still support your lower back with your hands like that, and you're in bridge pose. Or you can again really roll those shoulders under, pushing up, using your buttocks, making sure your neck is nice and elongated, and then slowly come down. Put your knees together, feet mat width apart, toes slightly pigeon-toed facing inwards, and just let your lower back release here. And then we're just going to come up to a seated position. So if you want to just grab your pillow or your blanket, and we're just going to sit in a cross-legged position and just do a small meditation. So just get yourself in that comfortable position, taking the flesh away from your sitting bones. Making sure you're sitting nice and upright, that your back is straight. Just closing your eyes. And I want you to imagine with your breath, it would be quite easy. Quite often we do meditations where you're breathing in light and life and exhaling everything bad, which is a very nice meditation to do. But I heard one recently which really resonated with me at the moment, and so I'm going to share it with you. So when we take a deep inhalation, I want you to imagine that instead of light and life, we're drawing in actually all the things that we're scared about at the moment, whatever it might be. So it might be we're worried about our jobs, we're worried about our family, we're worried about our health, we're worried about society, we're worried about our planet. Everything is so uncertain at the moment. So instead of sort of pretending those things aren't existing, I want you to acknowledge them. So you're inhaling all of that, you're confronting it, you're acknowledging it. And then as you exhale, I want you to exhale love and compassion. So it's a slightly different way of looking at things. So we're confronting the things we're frightened about, we're confronting the things that make us anxious, and we are turning them around in our body, we're accepting them, and then we are exhaling the only thing which we know links us all together, and that is love and compassion. And that's what we're sending out. So inhaling, meeting those fears, and exhaling, and converting all our fears into love and compassion. Inhaling, and you might want to visualize it as something grey and dark, And exhaling light and love. Inhaling and exhaling. A few more rounds just by yourself, just visualizing that. Hoping for everyone, regardless where you are in the world, regardless what your situation is, just wishing everyone peace and love and a feeling of security. And we'll just finish off this short meditation with an expression of gratitude. So just saying to yourself, thank you, 3 times. So thank you. You know, whatever it may be that you're grateful for, whether it's your health, whether it's for the food you have, for the shelter you have, for a garden if you're lucky enough to have one, for nature around us, whatever it is. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And now, without opening your eyes, I just want you to go into a lying position on your back. And this is always the final part of your practice, where you're in Shavasana, in corpse pose. Just letting your body fully absorb everything that we've done today. So starting at your feet, just letting your feet flop out to the side. And just working up through your body. Relaxing your calves. Relaxing your knees. Relaxing the front and the back of your thighs. Letting your pelvis just sink into the mat. Having your palms facing upwards. Just letting your fingers slightly curl in. Making sure your shoulders are drawn away from your ears. And then as you're running up through your spine, just notice every vertebrae relaxing. And with every breath, feel your stomach relax. Feeling your collarbones relax. Feeling your shoulders relax. Feeling your throat relax. And moving up to your jaw, just letting your jaw drop open and fully relax. The root of your tongue in your mouth relaxing. Your eyeballs dropping back into their sockets. Skin on your forehead and on the rest of your face just completely relaxing. then just drawing your attention into the space behind your eyes, in your brain, just letting it completely relax. Your attention is just being drawn to your breath. As you inhale, your belly rising, and as you exhale, it just dropping. Now I'm just going to stop talking now. Just let you have this moment of stillness. Of total relaxation. And now just draw your right knee close into your chest and give it a big hug. And release, and draw your left knee into your chest. And release. Both knees into your chest. And just rock gently from side to side. It's massaging your lower back. And then, while keeping your eyes closed, just roll over onto your right side, making a pillow with your hands, drawing your knees up so you're in the fetal position. Just letting your body settle. And then slowly bringing yourself up into a seated position, keeping your eyes closed. Again, just grabbing your blanket if you want to sit on that. Resting your hands just lightly on your thighs. Just noticing how you feel. Noticing the stillness that is in within you. Draw your hands into prayer position. Thumbs resting on your sternum. Taking a deep inhalation as you lift up your heart. And bowing your head as you exhale. Just consecrating that space within you. Giving gratitude for the practice we've shared today. Release your hands. Open your eyes. Namaste. So thank you very much for joining me today. I'll keep posting some videos up on YouTube, various things I'm hoping to do. So please come and join me again. Hope you've enjoyed it. Stay safe, stay well, and look after each other. Thank you. Bye.